guy that worked at the James Dean Gallery, he wanted us to come out here and see the water tower for Fairmount, because it does have a picture of James Dean on it, and it has a picture of Garfield because Jim Davis is also from Fairmount, Indiana. So we're looking around at the different spots because James Dean actually had some pictures of himself taken at Fairmount, and here's a picture of him in Fairmount, and they actually have painted where James Dean had stood, and right there is the bank, and you can actually see the pole coming out from the corner of the one building here where the drugstore sign was still at, and then over here there is a picture of James Dean on the side. Here's another spot where James Dean had his picture taken, had him leaning up against there. Once again, painted his footprints where he was. And then if you look, it's kind of hard with the awning. You can get the same shot where he was somewhat standing. Right there's the footprints, just like that. Another place in Fairmount, and I believe, I don't know if it's the same one, but it does look like the one where somebody had cut the head off, but I think it was replaced. So you have a monument here for James Dean, and it does have a, I think it's bronze, I'm not for sure, head on it of James Dean. And then down below, this is not a monument to a rebel. Those were only roles he played. James Dean was an American original who, on a basis of high school honor and in a period of 5 years time, rose to the very pinnacle. Hold on just a second. I'm looking. Rose to a very pinnacle of the theatrical profession, and through the magic of motion pictures, lives on the legend. So it goes on. The monument is dedicated as well to all the loyal fans who were continued to come from around the world to pay their respect to Dean and Fairmount, which has become the world's hometown. Early in 1955, James Dean visited the studios of artist Kenneth Kendall. His question was, would you be interested in sculpting me? The artist began work the night the actor died. The inscription from an ancient Greek funeral still reads, "Summer was only beginning." So there you go, the James Dean Monument here in Fairmount. All right, so we've been here before, but this is James Dean's final resting place. As you can see, just a regular headstone, nothing different. But if you look around on the other side, somebody has left him, looks like a pack of cigarettes and some flowers. And then there is a stone right up here that I think people have signed that have come to visit James Dean. So, but this is pretty neat. And I was told he was raised a Quaker, so they're pretty humble and they don't really look for anything. The last time we was out here was looking for a huge headstone, and it's just a regular headstone. So, but this is the final resting place of James Dean. All right, now we're at the spot where James Dean would hang out a lot, and this is where he bought his first motorcycle. Now, we did see a picture of the inside where there was a lot of Indian motorcycles, and the guy said they probably should have hung on to a bunch of those because an Indian motorcycle today is worth a lot of money. But to actually see where James Dean bought his first motorcycle, that's awesome. But from what we're told, it's no longer a motorcycle shop. They've just kept the sign up. So we're gonna move on down to a farmhouse. So this is the Winslow Farm, and this is where James Dean came and he grew up, and he lived with his aunt and uncle after his mother had passed away. As you can see, there's an old gas pump over there, but his cousin still lives in the house. And if you've seen the one picture I showed up on the street, the little boy that was standing behind him is the cousin that lives in this house. So, but yeah, so they said the guy up front said they were pretty much all right with people coming out to do this, but there is a pond on this side and there's a pond on the other side of the house, and they said that when it froze over, they would decorate for Christmas and let them go out, and
he would light it up at night.
oh, he'd light it up at night,
So
and
they could go out
so they could go
at night.
right. All right, so that's it. Our I don't know, what do you want to call
James
this?
Dean Adventure.
James Dean adventure. I was going to say walking in the footsteps of James Dean maybe, but we had fun. I learned lots of things, and basically I think he's probably one of Indiana's probably most famous celebrity. So even though he had a short life, he did a lot. But as for that, we will see you on our next adventure, which is, we don't know yet. We don't know if we're going to have one because we're going to be going to Disney World here pretty soon. So we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.